Hi book lovers, and welcome back to Blatantly Bookish. I'm Marissa, and today I'm here with the Family of Books tag. Acacia Ives so graciously tagged me in her original video for this tag, which I will link down below. Thank you for tagging me, Acacia, and thank you for everyone joining us today from her chaotic little book corner. So I wanted to film this tag right away after I saw it because Thanksgiving, in the States at least, is the perfect time of year to do this type of tag, to talk about family-oriented books, and you'll see I picked a lot of those. So without much further ado, on to the books. So question one is Parent, Parent 1, a book that hugs you when you need it. And for me, that is Pride and Prejudice. It is just a book that I can read again and again, and I love just watching the story unfold each time, and the characters are all so precious. Even the minor ones, her mother and father are just hysterical. I love that book. Question number 2, another Parent. A book that gives you morals and rules to live by. For me, this is All of a Kind Family, which I read as a child. It's about a large Jewish family living on the Lower East Side at the turn of the century. I identified so much with this book as a child. It made me want to live in the turn of the century, and also made me want to have like 6 kids, which I have since changed my mind about. But I definitely really identified with the family and with the experiences that the children went through, even though their growing up was very different than my own. Question number 3, Younger Sibling, a book that's so cute it's annoying. And I actually do have a younger sibling, but he's not so cute anymore. He's all grown up. But anyway, in general, I love Robert Munsch books. They're usually quite funny, but he has one that's not so funny at all. It's actually very serious and overly sentimental, and that is Love You Forever. It's about the relationship between a mother and her son, and a love that lasts forever between them. The mother repeats a little poem almost to her son every single night, and it gets really repetitive and frankly quite annoying. And it goes, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." So I just think that the book itself is a little overdone. It's a little too sappy and sentimental for my taste. It's not a bad book, and I have enjoyed it, but you really just have to be in the right mood for it. Question number 4, Older Sibling, the book nothing else lives up to. So I actually don't have any older siblings, but the book for this category would be Wuthering Heights. And it's not because it's the best book in the entire world that nothing lives up to it. It's more that it's just so different that nothing else lives up to this book. In terms of narrative structure, in terms of how unlikable the characters are, just everything about it. I have not read another book that is quite like it, and I don't think another book will ever be written that is quite like it. So I read it recently, I reread it recently, and I have a bunch of videos on it. They're discussion videos, they're quite long, they're very analytic, and there are a bunch of spoilers in it, so you can definitely watch them if you want to. Question 5, Grandparent, the old favorite with wisdom and a certain smell. For me, this is Jane Eyre, and more specifically, a super old copy of Jane Eyre, which I actually featured in my Sentimental Books video. The copy that I have definitely has a bit of a musty old bookish odor, and it smells wonderful. And Jane Eyre is just definitely an old favorite of mine. Question 6, Aunt, the book you can read when you need to feel your emotions. So, I don't read books usually to feel my emotions. I usually read them to take my mind off of my emotions by immersing me in someone else's experiences. But a book that definitely made me emotional and stuck with me is Bridge to Terabithia. And it's about forming an inseparable friendship and an imaginary kingdom called Terabithia. And after reading this book, I used to actually play Terabithia with my younger brother. We combined it with being Native Americans. I don't know, it's a little strange. We were strange as children. And we had a stream in our backyard, and we built a dock made out of rocks. And so there was no bridge, it was this little dock instead. And we would see if there were crayfish in the stream, and we would like wade in on our bare feet, and we would look for mussels. There were these big mussels there, and we would crack them open and make like soup. Don't worry, we didn't eat the soup. We were just very weird as children. I don't know. Anyway, number 7, Uncle, the book that makes you laugh. And for me, this is David Sedaris, anything by David Sedaris, and specifically Me Talk Pretty One Day, which is the one of his I have read most recently. He just has such a light-hearted, self-deprecating sense of humor that is really enjoyable to read. You can read it anytime you want, even if you're really tired and just kind of don't feel like reading something heavy. So definitely books that make me laugh. And the last question, question number 8, The Child, or You, the book that changed your life forever. And for me, this is The World Doesn't End by Charles Simic. It's a fantastic collection of prose poetry. Now, this book didn't change my life forever because it is the best book I've ever read, because it is not the best book I've ever read. But it is one of the first books that I did read in undergrad, and it really shaped the way that I think about genre and literature, and it marks the start of me thinking critically about the world around me, and especially about literature in general. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much, Acacia, for tagging me in your video. If you guys have not seen Acacia's channel, although I suspect most of you are already subscribers, but if you somehow have managed not to find her, please go check out her channel because she is wonderful. And tags. I tag Kate Howe, Katie from Books and Things, Nargle Catcher, and Lara if you're still making videos and want to do this. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!